What is up, everybody? Back again with another video. Talk about versatility, man. This Super Skrull known as Kl'rt, aka the Super Skrull, might be one of the most versatile beings in existence, having all the abilities of that Fantastic Four. And unlike most people that mimic a character's power, they usually get their power, but they don't get it to the fullest extent. The Super Skrull evidently is implied and proven on time and time again to be complete equals to all the people's power he has. I mean, Skrulls are already shapeshifters naturally. And if you're not familiar with the comic books and you only watch the movies like the Captain Marvel movie, for example, where the Skrulls were pretty much trash compared to Captain Marvel herself, pretty much every Skrull was like, I don't know. They might be on like weaker than Captain America in this movie. They was completely no match for Captain Marvel this entire movie. Even when Captain Marvel for majority of the movie was completely nerfed to the point where she didn't even realize her full potential. She didn't even know how to fly the majority of the movie till like the very end where she became her true self. None of the Skrulls were just a challenge for her. They was just punching bags the entire movie. Well, let me be the person to burst your bubble. Not every Skrull is like that, and I'm pretty sure if Captain Marvel was to fight a Super Skrull in film, it would have been a lot harder than that. With that being said, there are Skrulls that are beasts in the powerhouse range because Skrulls have really cool technology allowing them to not only mimic shapes and shapeshift, but they can like literally get a person's powers if they they dissect them in their lab and drain their power, like especially power cosmic. Of course, like most instances, not every super Skrull or Skrull in general can do this. Of course, they have to write it to where there's got to be an exceptional Skrull to where they can handle it, blah, 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 so it would be too broken. Like, just imagine every single Skrull in the history of Skrulls, like, just mimicking everybody's powers. They would be like an unstoppable race, right? Super Skrull is one of those people that, surprisingly, even though he's not the most, but, Fantastic Four is a popular team, so evidently, since the Fantastic Four is a popular team, the Super Skrull is going to have a lot of showings. He actually has a lot of flashy showings when it comes to battle feats. I always talk about this in my videos, the difference between battle feats and inanimate object busting feats. People seem to go wild more when they see inanimate object busting feats over a battle feat, rather, especially if the battle feat is from somebody they don't really know about. Like a battle feat against somebody like Thor or Hulk, they'd be like, wow. But like, they do a battle feat against somebody that nobody knows about, then they won't really take it seriously. But luckily, the Super Skrull is one of those people that has really fancy, flashy battle feats when it comes to the character he fights, but not necessarily when it comes to the stuff considering that he's supposedly supposed to be an exact equal to the characters like the Thing and the actual raw strength, his inanimate object feats aren't that impressive. But when it comes to scaling and the people he fights, he definitely has some impressive feats in that. But without further ado, let's get into it. I don't really know how to say his name. I think it's Kl'rt. I know I'm butchering that name. Please don't freaking be a grammar Nazi. If you don't already know, he has all of the powers to the Fantastic Four, and he's complete equals to every single one of them in one body. What a foe. Like, he has the exact equal strength to Thing. Like, he's an exact duplicate of the Thing's strength, right? Has the flames of Human Torch, can stretch like Mr. Fantastic, has the invisibility of Mrs. Invisible Woman, Susan Storm, and can do force fields on top of this ridiculous strength from the Thing. Obviously, he can lift 100 tons, right? Yo, this is during the old school comics where the writers didn't know what 100 tons was, or like they're saying the Thing was the Thing was never a 5-ton. Like, what? Something that should be easy for a Super Skrull builder to smash through this column. Was able to do this to a cruise ship with his strength. Obviously something he should be able to do. Bust through this boulder. Was able to punch through several meters of concrete. Was able to punch himself through the planet until he reached the top of it, like he was under it. Was able to tear this wall. Was able to break through this starship. Breaks off the top of a building. I usually don't do this early in my feat run, but shoot, this guy has a lot of feats when it comes to battle feats. So I'm going to get right into the occasions of him battling our favorite heroes, right? So let's get right into it. He's able to shrug off blows from characters like Spider-Man. This is when his powers were cut in half, by the way. He can stretch over 100 miles. Does cool stuff like form cages with his body. Flatten himself against an asteroid. Yeah, he literally tried to avoid detection. Let's get into his strength right off gate. He is shown to be able to consistently fight on par with beings like the Thing. I mean, of course, right? He has his strength after all, right? Able to fight Captain Marvel one-on-one, another powerhouse to some degree. Not the female Captain Marvel, though. Of course, another occasion of him fighting the Thing, uppercutting the Thing, sending him flying. Like, he literally went flying. Of course, another occasion of him fighting the entire Fantastic Four, Susan Storm, punches Susan Storm, smashing through the force fields. Like, yeah, he's going off here. This was evidently a Skrull copy of Susan Storm. An occasion of him knocking out and a pretty exhausted Susan Storm. Yeah, she was really exhausted. By the way, I did a video about Susan Storm on her feats, so you might want to check that video out on my page as well. Characters like Spider-Man get sent flying. It stated that he barely survived. Spider-Man actually braced himself for the blow with Super Skrull here, but it nearly took his head off, supposedly, quote unquote. Even characters like the Human Torch barely survive hits from Super Skrull. I mean, realistically, they shouldn't survive technically. Uses his battle in really versatile ways, using Mr. Fantastic's stretch ability and his shape-shifting ability to stretch, and also use the Thing's strength to hit the Thing like a battering ram. Like, it's almost like he's like a Green Lantern construct with the Thing and Mr. Fantastic's ability mixed together to be able to shapeshift his body into form things. Did I mention he actually was able to pummel Captain Marvel to the ground? He even admitted that his strength is greater. I mean, this is the Thing level strength, letting you know how strong the Thing is as well. He thought it was just enough to fight the man Captain Marvel, right? How about you fought the female, supposedly Captain Marvel? At this time, she was called Miss Marvel. Overpowers her quite a bit, even though they slug it out quite a bit. Miss Marvel is considered in the She-Hulk-ish ranges of power, so she's pretty freaking strong. Literally sent her to another island. Like, she went flying hard. Like, that, she got overpowered, dude. He was depowered on this occasion. There was another occasion of him fighting Miss Marvel. Yeah. It's her yet again. While he was supposedly depowered? Oh my gosh, this is starting to get crazy. Even She-Hulk got the works from Super Skrull, going invisible and using his super strength to the advantage. He's one of the few Marvel characters that's actually using his abilities and versatility to his advantage. A lot of characters could do things like this, but they don't seem to do it via plot. But he's not. He's actually taking advantage of his abilities. This is a feat for She-Hulk to not be knocked out still, though. Oh, did I mention he was able to slug it out with Thor himself? Uh-oh, this is getting to the big dogs. This is classic Thor, too. This is before Aaron Force and before he got nerfed in the recent comics. Staggering him with his hits by going invisible and everything. Big time. Yeah, this is no easy feat fighting a heavy hitter like Thor and getting an advantage over him too. Seems that he's doing some type of blitz on Thor. Like, he's literally just tagging him and Thor's not even slugging him back at this point. Using his stretchability and everything, every sort of versatility possible. Oh, did I mention he was able to fight on par with characters like the Silver Surfer, another black hole level being? Able to slug it out with Silver Surfer and even being able to harm the Silver Surfer. Hurting Silver Surfer isn't nothing. Oh, it's not? The same being that literally surfs through supernova explosions like they're nothing? On a consistent basis? Super Skrull was still able to hurt this same being? Come on now, y'all. Oh, yeah, he's fought beings like Namor too on dry land. He kind of knocked out Namor on dry land. He was disguised as Iron Fist, for those that's curious. I don't think Iron Fist could actually knock out Namor, though. But yeah, he was disguised as Iron Fist because, you know, he can shapeshift. Another occasion of him fighting Thor, slugging it out with Thor, able to knock him out the air, able to react to blitzes from Thor. He is strong enough to restrain Thor and cause like discomfort in his face. Do you see his Thor's face? Do you see that? Oh, there's a time he was even able to give Galactus some annoyance, being able to wrap around his legs. Galactus himself, this didn't really do much though, I must note. I don't want to overhype, you know, his strength. I mean, yeah, he's on that level of powerhouses for sure. But yeah, characters like Thor can still break out. I don't want to wank him and make something like they're just completely useless against him. Oh yeah, I know I brought up She-Hulk, but yeah, her She-Hulk and Super Skrull be going at it like, man, choking out She-Hulk and fighting her physically. This kind of does prove that he is in that range of the Thing's strength. He isn't exactly equal to the Thing physically to be able to do this. Another occasion of him fighting characters like the Thing, be able to take blows for him, showing his durability as well. He's consistently shown to be able to fight the entire Fantastic Four team. Did I mention he can slug it out with characters like Sasquatch? You know, gamma beings that be fighting the Hulk? Another occasion? Oh, you thought I was joking? Like, no. No, sir. He does slug it out with characters like this. You thought I was done? Oh no, he's fought the Hulk himself in this Grey Hulk state. You know, the same Hulk that destroyed an asteroid 2 times the size of Earth? If you do not know that feat by now and you're on this page, you need to look through my Hulk videos. Yes, Grey Hulk has planet busting feats like that. He's able to slug it out with Hulk himself. Are you kidding me? They went at it too. This is actually a cool fight. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, they was going at it. This was cool to watch. Even with all this versatility, you would think the Hulk would just instantly lose. That shows that the Hulk is a beast too. Not even the Hulk's feet running. I just got to give props where props is due. While disguised as Iron Fist, you know, of course he can slug it out with powerhouses like Namor, characters that are really strong. I have a video about him on my page as well, if you want to check that out. He's disguised as Iron Fist, just for those wondering. Takes hits from Namor and Namorita. Yeah, fighting both of these powerhouses at the same time. Yeah, completely fighting Namor on dry land. I know y'all might be getting tired of me showing fights with She-Hulk, but it's just like, these are just a beautiful scans of She-Hulk fighting Super Skrull. I'm not even gonna lie. There was a time the Silver Surfer used the power cosmic, right? Like, the Silver Surfer really blanked against Super Skrull. Long enough to pretty much be able to counterattack the Silver Surfer and then hurt the Silver Surfer yet again. You know, one of Thanos' henchmen Like, you know, Black Dwarf, the big old hulkish looking Thanos henchman being. Duh, Human Torch's flame can't do nothing to him, right? He's the Super Skrull. Another case of him fighting the Fantastic Four yet again. There's this blast from the Silver Surfer. Yeah, he's another case of him fighting Silver Surfer. He slugged it out with him consistently. He's able to bounce back from consistent assault and blast from Silver Surfer. He's able to fight Silver Surfer going all out, seems like these extended battles with Silver Surfer. I've shown throughout this video multiple times already. He supposedly has his flight from Human Torch, right? Because you know Human Torch can fly and blah, 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 blah. Super Skrull has all the abilities of Human Torch too, along with the other Fantastic Four members, right? But he evidently states he can even fly faster than Human Torch. So it's like, would you guess that he has the abilities to maybe a slightly higher degree, maybe possibly on top of it? You know, has occasions of him dodging stuff here and there. He uses his evasive maneuvers when he wants to, like to be able to stretch around attacks from Mjolnir, be able to react to it as well, by the way. And, you know, using his versatility, like using energy projection like fireballs to fight back. He was actually able to KO Captain Marvel, by the way, too. And also did it in a quick succession before he can really react. He's actually quick enough to burn a gun in Misty Knight's hand before she can actually pull the trigger. Like, he's pretty quick. His back was actually turned, by the way. He's really cool and swift with his abilities. Can react quickly when it comes to putting his force field up. Another occasion of him fighting the Thing, and of course the Fantastic Four. I think I showed this already though. Makes his fist like really big. Like, this could be used to enhance his attack power on top of him already having the Thing's strength. Realistically, a matchup with the Thing shouldn't even really be fair. He has the Thing's strength with this versatility. Was able to hold the Thing down this little blanket for a little second here, showing his versatility yet again. He can use his stretchiness to kind of like lessen the blow of things, I would say. Like, you know, like it would, you know, it stretches, you know, just so it can absorb some of the force. I mean, of course it still hurts. It's the freaking Hulk that just hit you here, as you can see. I mean, he already can make force fields, but the fact he made his fist big enough to make a Rocky, aka the Thing's powers as a shield. Like, he used Mr. Fantastic's ability to stretch and make stuff big and used the Thing's durability, aka his skin, the Thing's skin, to make a shield when he could have just made a force field. This is just something cool to see, I'm not gonna lie. On occasion of him imitating Franklin Richards. Showing different occasions of him imitating different people here, imitating Carol Danvers. Human freaking Super Skrull was able to make a scythe with his like flames, like showing like construct type ability with his flames. He was able to manipulate the air around Human Torch to make black carbonite air. He can create chains of flames too. Can fire flame arrows while invisible. Like, really, this dude is like so creative with his abilities. He has Invisible Woman's force field, but yet he uses everybody's ability to use shields, like creating a flame shield. Oh yeah, during this fight with She-Hulk, yet again, I had to show it again. He supposedly blinded She-Hulk. I probably need to show this whole fight on my page in another type video though, because I keep showing panels from this fight. My bad, y'all. Blocking attacks from Silver Surfer. He can actually fly with the force field too. So yeah, he's really versatile with it. Yeah, Super Skrull, I would say he concretes himself in the powerhouse range, black hole level. Not because of his strength alone, though. I would think he concretes himself in the Silver Surfer range only due to versatility. His versatility is what makes him push him over the edge. He has two beings that are in the powerhouse range in his power set. I mean, one could debatably say even Human Torch, too. So I think it's already set in stone. I think it's pretty convincing that he is the equals to these characters that he has the powers of. Like, he has the exact level strength of the Thing, or even slightly more, right? So he even has the slight power of Invisible Woman, or even slightly more, right? So to be fair, we can get an idea of how strong he is if we just go to their feats as well, because of scaling. I mean, because he's literally just has their powers and he's an exact duplicate of them, right? So that's only fair. So if we find out how strong the Thing is, you can kind of get an idea how strong Super Skrull is. And the same thing for Invisible Woman. I mean, the Thing is one of those characters that the Thing was able to overpower a mechanism that had enough force to push through a freaking planet. And the Super Skrull has all of this guy's power physically and on top of Invisible Woman. Sheesh. Not to mention the Thing is one of those people that is consistently able to slug it out with characters like Namor. Slug it out with characters like the Champion of the Universe. And don't let me get started on the Thing. He's very consistent too. Even in a recent comic, the Thing was able to slug it out with Immortal Hulk. And that's not the only time either. The Thing has been fighting the Hulk for decades and does a pretty decent job against the Hulk every single time. And you telling me the Super Skrull has this guy's strength? I mean, it's definitely believable. It's not like we didn't see Super Skrull fighting Thor in a couple like panels ago in this same video had like, right? So it's like, it's not like an exaggeration. We seen him literally fight Hulk in this video too. Grey Hulk that I be, and he fought freaking Thor in this video too. Even other characters like She-Hulk. Heck, didn't Super Skrull fight Namor in this video too? Super Skrull has the powers of Invisible Woman too, right? But Invisible Woman is the same being that can kind of restrain the Thing. I mean, he has both of these guys' power. I mean, the Thing, I just shown you, the Thing has the ability to literally like push through trillions of tons of force, push through something that can push through the earth, right? Invisible Woman 2 is another being on the similar to the Thing level or higher with her force fields, blah, 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 blah. And she can kind of like toy with him. Like, it gets ridiculous on how you really think Super Skrull is. I mean, the same girl, Invisible Woman, like, is able to kind of resist the Hulk's punches, you know, but not too long, though, with her force field, but it's still impressive on top of the Thing's ability. Oh, what do you know? Another video of the Thing. Oh, yeah, the Thing tried to get inside her force field one time while he was mind controlled, and she's able to casually block that. Oh, yeah. Doesn't Super Skrull have her powers, too? And the Things? Both of these guys? Okay, yeah. Heck, even characters like Namor can't break her shield, yet Super Skrull has this. Like, Super Skrull's broken. He has all these abilities. You just get an idea of how strong Super Skrull is with her. Oh, yeah, another being that should not be slept on. Another being that Super Skrull has the powers of, and an exact equal of them. I mean, there's a few character statements about how strong Human Torch is, and this kind of just complements how strong the Super Skrull is. I mean, he stated that his Nova Blast could shatter a small moon. Characters like the Galactus said his power is deadlier than he expected, even though Galactus still blasted him. Stated that his heat is the greatest heat in the universe. It stated that he can match the fiery blaze of an exploding star of a supernova. Johnny Storm, a controllable source of heat equal to that of an exploding star. Human Torch is the same being that can destroy something the size of Manhattan. He can set planet-sized objects on fire. Yep. And Super Skrull has this guy's abilities. On top of that, I'm not even trying to get into all this, but yeah, Human Torch is the same being that can dodge bullets and stuff and lasers over and over again. Super Skrull has this guy's powers. Guys, you're scaling them too much. Dude, he literally has all their powers. You have to scale Super Skrull's abilities to what the other characters that he has the powers of too to really get a good idea. Oh, or I could just give you Super Skrull's, some of Super Skrull's character statements and lore to back up his right intent into the powerhouse range. Firing flames through his own force field. Thing, somebody that has fought the Super Skrull a lot of times believes that the Super Skrull can clobber the entire Avengers. This is what the Thing believes, and the Thing knows their power levels. He's not just saying this. He's fought them plenty of times. Big character statement and right intent on Super Skrull's abilities and power. Even characters like Vision think Super Skrull can destroy him. Oh, you don't believe? I know I showed this earlier before, but you know how I was just showing you power scaling things of him in the Fantastic Four? If you don't believe those scalings are accurate, how about the Super Skrull has said it himself? He stated, I've detonated stars, collapsed worlds, torn down entire civilizations, and rebuilt them in my own image. Super Skrull is that freaking strong. And based on the people he fights in scaling and the fact that he has a Fantastic Four power, all of that has to be true. I mean, look who he's fighting in this actual panel, the Hulk. No other Skrull can contain the power that Super Skrull has. So, yeah, he's very unique. Whatever his name is, Kl'rt. I don't know how to say his name right. Gosh, even characters like Doctor Strange felt like there's no other way to defeat Super Skrull other than spell multiple illusions. As stated here by Doctor Strange himself, you had no illusion spell. Not mirages, all me looping through time, striking, then jumping back, and then again and again until I began to overlap. I knew no one spell would be enough to defeat him, but a dozen all at once, that meant victory. Yeah, he had to do all of this just to defeat Super Skrull. But he still lost. But Doctor Strange had to do all of that. He couldn't even beat him. Like, is they implying that he could not beat him legitly with no other spell? Well, guys, I know this has been fun, but that is just about going to do it. If all of this doesn't concrete him in the black hole level at the very least, I don't know what to say to you. You're probably just hard-headed. You're probably a low baller. You're probably a low baller of the Thing, Invisible Woman, the Fantastic Four in general. All those character statements about how strong freaking Human Torch is. All those feats with the Thing. All those feats with Invisible Woman. I even have videos about the Thing and Invisible Woman. You can even check those yourself. to even back that up. He has their powers like completely to the point where he is their equal, so you can't scale him to that. Not only that, he actually has the feats to back up that he's the equal. He's fought everybody that the Thing has fought. He's fought beings like Silver Surfer. He's fought beings like the Hulk. And even on panel with the Hulk, he even stated he can destroy stars, concreting him in the black hole level, star level plus range like I originally thought. He actually has the feats. He stated himself while he was in the battle fighting the Hulk himself. I don't know what else to say. Super Skrull is an underestimated powerhouse, and I want to see the real Super Skrull appear in the MCU, not these little weakling Skrulls that are just fodder and get beat down with ease. I want to see the real one. I hope we see that soon. What do you guys think? Did you guys know he was this strong? Did you learn something new? Did I miss something? I know I missed some feats. I can't put everything, but I thought I got the breakdown pretty good. I got the main objective down pat to the point where we needed to see. But I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you check out the playlist in the description and below to see other videos like this. I do a lot of videos like this. Make sure you check out the playlist for, the playlist on my channel. Just scroll through my page the old-fashioned way if you can't find them in the description, because I didn't put every playlist in the description, right? Make sure you check out those affiliate links in below as well. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Do not sleep on the Super Skrull. Do not underestimate him. He's ridiculously powerful and one of the mightiest black hole level beings in Marvel for a reason. I'll see you guys next time.